Hello everybody, what is going on? And welcome back to another episode of My Player Career Mode. I hope you're doing well. We've got Sheffield United to start the day off with, but in today's video anyway, that will be the first game. We might play some World Cup qualifiers with England. I haven't decided that yet. Before Nottingham Forest, Celta Vigo in our third group stage game of the Champions League. We've won our first two, which is pretty good to see. And then Leicester. That's the plan of action for today anyway. So we'll see. If we do end up playing these, then we might delay the Leicester game and the Celta game. I've not yet decided if I want to play those games with England. But yeah, we'll cross that bridge once we come to it. Now, for the first game of the day, as I mentioned, Sheffield United, up until the games had just been played, because we play them on a Sunday, we all had played 7 games, and they were sat in 6th, whilst we were 5th. So normally I'd say that this is a win, or we should win, but how close it is, and with our last Premier League outing being the way it was, that 0-0 draw to Stoke, I'm not so sure. Again, City have managed to only get a draw. Or rather, did they manage to get a draw in the last game? No, they won 3-0 against Southampton. So they must have drawn at another stage, but still have yet to concede a goal. They are just tearing it apart in terms of defensively. Liverpool not too far behind. If they can win their game in hand, they will move back to 22 and take the lead on goal difference. But we can't worry about them, guys. We just need to worry about us for now, getting the results on the board. So let's jump ourselves into the game against Sheffield United and look to pick up the 3 points in game number 1 of today's video. There's the team. Still need to swap around Pedrosa and McTominay, and then I'd be fine with that. Swap Kerr into centre-back and put Dalot at right-back. It's overall a decent side, but Muller has gone down to 76 rated. So he was 77 last episode, down to 76, but he still gets the start. 5 at the back from Sheffield United today. They've got a youth academy player playing as well. We've seen our squad, so we'll skip past that. They're number 4, and he's got quite incredible hair, if I do say so. You can see him there. He's just on the ball now. That number 4, Novak, he's called. Youth Academy player. I don't know if he's come through the academy at Sheffield United or if they've just signed him. But yeah, it's because he's got game-generated boots, so that's how you can tell. So, 5 at the back. I feel like I've been through this before. If you can break it down, you usually do quite well. If not, it's always a difficult thing to play against. And they're enjoying a good start to the season. So, by no means can we write them off. You know, they're going to probably be quite a tough game here. As Munir finds us. 1-2 will allow us to maybe open up the space with Mane. Get the shot away for the opening goal of the game. Put under pressure, and that meant that my shot didn't go the way I was hoping it would. I was trying to get the ball on the left foot and whip my foot around it. Instead, sliced across it, and that's why it's gone wide and not on target. Good pressure, though, in the end from the defender to stop us having a clean shot goal. Here is Kerr, finds our feet. Munir's just in front. There he is. Now Mane through for Kerr. It's great football. And it's offside. It will not count. He's got the finish. He's come up from right back and he's managed to find it through the legs of the goalkeeper. He is offside. We can't complain at that. Yeah, it's the right decision by the lino. He's in a great position to see it as well. Emre Can inside the area now. Pulls it back towards us. Munir's there for the 1-2. Goes to Pedrosa. Pedrosa's ball back through. And this time, no mistake with a finish. And that has been coming since the start of this game. Shouldn't have celebrated the... oh, actually, it's in front of the Man United fans, so we're fine. I was going to say, I thought that was the Sheffield United fans. That would have been a little bit annoying from me if I'd have celebrated in front of them like that. But it is our own fans. But that has been coming. Novak caught in 2 minds. Didn't track the run. And then we get on that favoured left foot. Keep our composure to fire it home in the bottom corner. Take the lead here at Bramall Lane. And the way we started, this could get worse for the home side. Munir, lovely touch, and he's got the ball through again. Wave after wave of United attacks in this first half. And it's 2 for the away side. Get in. This is exactly the start I was hoping for today. We've got to get these wins on the board in the Premier League. And I was coming into this game thinking they've had a pretty decent start to the season. This could be quite a tricky game here, but the way that we have started has shown our quality. No offside flag. You can see the appeal there from their number 6. At that point, it's 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Just keep your composure, slot it in, and that's exactly what we've done. 2 in the game for us now as well. Our form this season is unreal. I'm so happy with how I'm playing this these first few games. Hopefully I can keep it up, because remember, I went through the accomplishments in the last video. We still need a Player of the Year and to win the league. They're 2 accomplishments we still are yet to complete, so I'd love to do both this season. Martial will find us. We've got literally seconds left of the game here. I want this hat-trick, but I'm not going to find it. And there is full time. I thought as it was pretty much done, we'd try and open up some space for a shot, but it was blocked in the end by Novak. But there is full time anyway. 2-0 victory in our first game of the day. It's a clean sheet. It's a professional performance, and we dominated the game. That is what you want to be seeing if you're moving into a new episode, especially with our last performance in the Premier League, of course. Into a couple of post-com games we go then, as we have our first game with England. I'm not going to be playing both of the games that you saw earlier, but we will play against Romania and then sim the Austria game. And then after this, we will take on Nottingham Forest in the Premier League before we go back to the last two live fixtures of the day. The game, though, here at Wembley started off with us having the ball in the back of the net, but it was pulled back for offside. Harry Kane was the player who got the goal, and as we see in this replay in a second, it was very, very close. Solid effort initially, though, by Sancho, who actually had his first shot blocked and then the second one onto the post. But yeah, right call in the end. And then 24 minutes in, we got the breakthrough. Sterling's ball, left-hand side, just put it back into sort of the penalty spot area of the box, and there we were arriving on it to fire it in with our right foot into the bottom corner. We can't miss from there. If we had have done, may as well have substituted myself off the pitch at that point, because don't deserve to be playing if I don't finish that one off. So 1-0 England. We started the game off on the front foot. However, the response from Romania was very good. Hadji crossed the ball, and for some bizarre reason, we decided not to make a challenge. And immediately after we got in front, we were then back to one apiece. All square again there. Number 10 scoring at the near post. And Pickford, maybe you could argue, should be doing better with that one, but it was very, very close range. So it's a little bit harsh to put the blame on him. But just before half-time, actually, it was a good opportunity for us to go back 2-1 in front. And it fell to Harry Kane, but his shot was saved by the goalkeeper. It was pretty much straight at him. So yeah, not a great finish from Kane in the end. But we did find our second goal of this one when Dele Alli found Sancho, used my run as a dummy, got into a tight angle, and somehow managed to finish it off. I'm sure Radu will look back at this and kick himself for not making a save, as he did get a strong touch in it, but only touched it into his goal in the end. So we ended up with a 2-1 win, but it wasn't the best performance in the world. But you got to take, your wins when you can get them. So all in all, that's our third game in the group stages now. It puts us on to 9 points. You just got to accept that that's the win on the board. Now, we then moved in to Nottingham Forest. And going into this game, obviously, you'd expect us to find the 3 points here. There is our starting 11 on the screen, but there was something interesting that popped up saying that one of the Forest players, Piccoli, who's the man who starts up front there, number 14, had scored 4 in his first, I think, 6 Premier League games. So going into this game, he's projected something stupid like, I think it was 28 goals in 32, something like that. And yeah, it wasn't even him who scored the goal to give Forest the lead, but they did actually have the lead at Old Trafford. I was shaking my head because you look at this goal back and it's a good save by De Gea, and he tries to react to get back to the second one, but you're scratching your head as to how they even got in that position in the first place. And all I was thinking was just don't have another dropped points at home like we did in the last video. Now, thankfully, we didn't have to wait too long for our goal back in the game. Emre Can, 19 minutes in, on the full volley, was able to side foot that home. But that still only pulled us back to 1-1. We still needed to find our goal to put us in the lead in the game. Muller trying his best, cutting on the left foot before having his shot, which went wide of the post. But we just weren't really able to create too many phenomenal opportunities. When we did, our finishing was lacking, as you saw there with the pullback to the centre. And Forest very nearly got themselves back in front in this one. Roberts to Bogle. Bogle's cross to the back post. The same player who scored the opener and nearly got himself his second of the game. With 5 minutes left, staring down the possibility of more points dropped at Old Trafford. Tried to find Memphis Depay waiting in the centre. Couldn't get the touch on the ball. They clear it away. And then I was hoping that we get one more chance. And we did get it. It fell to Depay, following Anthony Martial's little ball through. And in the last minute of normal time, we got the goal that surely was going to win us the game. Manchester United 2, Nottingham Forest 1. So we shouldn't have to work this hard for 3 points at home. But that's exactly what we had to do. And Depay got the goal. It won us the game. Essentially avoided the embarrassment of dropping more points at home. Just about managed to get the result in the end. We rescued the 3 points, but now we go to Celta away in Spain for our third game of the group stage. After this, we'll have played all 3 of our opponents. So if we win all 3 games, then that will give us a good indication as to whether or not we should be topping the group. So I'll see you for their team selection in a second. We were surprised with the strength of Schalke's team in the last game we played. Celta, Cutrone, Sisto, is that Calvin Phillips? And is that Eric Dyer? I mean, there's a few familiar faces in there if they are the players that we mentioned. Obviously, Calvin Phillips and Eric Dyer as a midfield partnership. Interesting choice. Pion Sisto is a player that I know about. I used to have him. We did a Celta Vigo career mode. Was it 2018 or 2017? Can't quite remember off the top of my head, but he was brilliant in that. So yeah, Pion Sisto, I'm a bit of a fan of his. Let's hope he doesn't have a great game for Celta tonight as they get us underway for this one. Calvin Phillips for Celta. He finds the ball into the box. Fernandez controls it, tries to turn away. Emre Can up towards the feet of Martial, who can feed it off to this left-hand side. We're waiting for some runs to come in that we can use here. One of those is Pedrosa. Back to Martial, back to Pedrosa. And we're through on goal, looking for the opening goal of this game. And there it is. We have done nothing for 35 minutes. The first sight on goal and the first goal of the game. I think Schalke have just gone ahead in their game as well as we've got this goal here. Feels a little bit hard done by on Celta's part because they were the ones with the possession in dangerous areas and yet they are the team to concede first. It was literally 3 of us, Martial, myself and Pedrosa, all combining to get us through with a chance. I mean, Solskjaer's celebrating, but the performance so far, yeah, we're quite fortunate to be in front here. And yet again, it looks like it's going to have to be a counter-attack for Manchester United if we're looking for this second goal. As we drove past one, bit of skill to get us past him, and then the shot comes in as well. It is essentially a carbon copy of the first goal itself. We've got our second of the evening here, a minute until half-time. If you see the possession stats at half-time, you're going to wince because I'm pretty sure it's like 70% to Celta. We both had 2 shots apiece. Their 2 shots have been straight at David De Gea. Our 2 have fallen to us, and we've scored them both. This time it's a much better finish into that top corner, outside of the left boot. Keeper can't make the save. 2 counter-attacking goals, and that's not the way I want to be playing football, but we're leading, so we can't complain at that. Celta caught out in possession. Martial could be through here on goal. Maripan's gone in with a challenge. He got a strong touch on the ball, but the referee... Is it a penalty? I'm not sure if it's in the box or if it's just on the edge of the penalty area. The ball through from Martial really wasn't well hit by us. We just kind of gave him a chase. And there's a really strong touch from Maripan. I mean, I don't know, you know. I'm not sure it is a penalty. If it is it a penalty? Well, actually, what? I normally get to take the pens. We're on a hat-trick as well, so this feels even worse, ladies and gentlemen. Martial steps up. I mean, it's justice, because I don't think it's a penalty kick. So, for us to have missed it, that's fine. But we normally take the penalties. I'm on a hat-trick, and we didn't get to take that one. I know I'm being a bit salty, but I am disappointed that I didn't get to take that penalty. Martial's saved, and we look for the corner then. Can we find the third goal here? The delivery towards the edge of the penalty area. Paulinho heads it away. He was a half-time change for Celta, as Sisto went off and Paulinho came on. Martial's back heel will find us. We're on a hat-trick, remember, but I'm going to try and play this to McTominay instead, who's inside the penalty area for number 3, straight at Ruben Blanco. And Vidma reacts quickest to clear it away for a United throw-in. A minute left of these 90. Rabiot with the resulting throw-in. Goes to McTominay, off to Fornals. Do we just take a shot on? Do we just look for this? As McTominay through the middle. There it is, right-footed! Not quite the finish we were hoping for on the weaker right foot. As we go into injury time, good flick on here towards Mendes. Possession starts in favour of the home side, but the resulting goals have not been. And that is going to do us. As we are now over. Catrone left-hand side. Referee. I mean, there's last-minute stuff here going on. Alexis trying to get past us. Doing my defensive duty well. And there you go. Full time. 2-0 victory. And that means we are 9 points on our group stage. Or we are on 9 points in our group stage, I should say. After 3 games. So it's looking likely that we are already through in the Champions League, but of course top seed is what we are searching for. Only we had these performances in the Premier League and didn't have to rely on a 90th minute winner in the last one. Off to Leicester we go for the final game of the day. Leicester City's team is there. They have Hadji starting on the left wing and Maddison still in midfield, but they've got Paul Dummett starting at centre-back. So, I don't know what to say about this Leicester 11. Yeah, interesting. Regardless, we'll still try and play this one out as we are at Old Trafford and see if we can get the victory. Already looking for a chance to get in behind here. 2 minutes on the clock. Pass one, get into the penalty area, cross face of goal, and Bill Jow, or Bidgelow, should say. Bill Jow, not Bill Jow. Bidgelow gets the save there as he catches the ball. But this back four of Leicester looks very, very weak. Munir out wide for Thomas Muller. We're continuing our run forward here if he can find us, and he spots it too. Great turn to get on the left foot, across the face of goal. Emre Can, will it fall? Yes, it will. And he has scored the opening goal of this game. I thought the chance had gone. You saw it when he initially shot. It was blocked, and the ball was like in the air, and I wasn't sure he was going to actually make it. And on the volley, he's put it in the bottom corner. Highlighted this weak Leicester City backline, and we weren't able to really test it in the opening few minutes of this game. But the first time it is tested is there, and they couldn't even react to that ball there as Emre Can got there quickest. There's 3 Leicester players and the goalkeeper nearby as well. That's shocking from them. But 1-0 United. Sadio Mane, we're in down this left-hand side. Instead, he uses Munir effectively. Back to Mane. Off the post. Martial's there with the follow-up. But it's turned behind by the goalkeeper. 15 minutes to go of a game that's honestly not had that much action in it, considering the opening goal going in and the strength of this Leicester backline. But if you get a 1-0 win, it's a win anyway, and that's all that matters to us. As the corner in, Rabiot wins the first one and the second! And it's a thumping header to score the second goal of the game then. What was I saying? I mean, it hasn't really been the most entertaining game to play at all. A bit scrappy at times. Leicester haven't really threatened us going forward either. But we've just got to get the job done, and that's exactly what we seem to be doing here in this one. So outside of that Nottingham Forest game, where we very nearly had the slip-up, we've had a very good day today. Let's just say that. And there is full time here from Old Trafford. It finishes 2-0 Manchester United. I've got to say, I was bitterly disappointed with how Leicester played. They just don't have the quality. Their side, honestly, isn't as good as I was expecting it to be. So, be interesting to see where they are in the table. We get to look at that in just a moment, and then we'll sign the episode off for today. But it has been a phenomenal day for us in terms of results. And here is the Premier League table then as we end off today. Up into 4th place, 3 behind the top 2. Liverpool game in hand. They win that. They'll go to 26 as well. But we're only 3 behind them now, so that is fantastic. If we take a look at where Leicester are, as expected, 17th. They've lost 8 of their first 10 this season. They could be in for a really difficult year. I knew it wasn't a great side, but yeah, just outside the relegation zone. Champions League group though, as you know, we top it. 9 points is our current points tally. We're 7 ahead of Schalke, so pretty much we can secure our knockout rounds in the very next game. And then it's about securing top seed. Let's take a quick look and see. So, Atletico currently are topping their group as well. So, even if we do get through, if we both top our group, of course, we cannot get them in the first knockout round. But we might still be able to play them, and that would be one heck of a game. Some of the other groups, as they're going on, I'll quickly show you as I scroll through. If you want to check out any of these, just pause it on whichever one. But we are sitting pretty at the moment in terms of our goal contribution this season. 31 in 20 appearances. It's probably my best year so far in the series in terms of goal contribution. Let me just double check that. Wrong one. That's my actions. I need my career just to see how we are playing. But yeah, phenomenal year so far. Here we go. So this is this season. As I said, 31 in 20. Last year we managed 57 in 60. So that's still a good year. The year before that was, of course, Atletico, where we managed 47, is that? Wait, no. My maths is wrong there. 41. I can't do maths. 41 in 47. The year before that was 21 in 28, plus whatever it was at Norwich. So yeah, this has been by far our best year so far in terms of goal contributions. We did manage one there for Norwich, which was 51 in 46, but that was in the Championship. So you've got to remember that. But needless to say, that brings today's episode to a close. A massive thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed it, a like would be greatly appreciated. As always, a huge thank you for all of your support as well. If you are new around here and like what you see, hit that subscribe button down below. It's Friday, so welcome to your weekend. Although with all that's going on, probably won't be able to get up to much this weekend. I know there's no football at all, so I will try and give you guys at least a video every single day this weekend. So today, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, for you to enjoy so that you still have some content that's football related for you to watch. Until then, adios!